Hello?
What is up, everybody? I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down. I am Goku, also known as King Mexico, and today I am doing a terrible fan fiction reading. What is up, everybody? Oh shit! Got my phone playing in the background. Trying to. So normally, whenever I start these streams, I play music in the background so you can hear it before we start officially. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I need to figure out some stuff. But today we're going to read a SpongeBob fan fiction where it's called Holes. Hold on, sharing this on my Facebook. All right. I did not do a good job today of advertising this. I just did a live stream on my personal Facebook account. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and get started because people will join. So the name of the story is called Holes. So the story is written by The Cat Returns. I don't know if that's the original author. Sometimes people like to take stories and resubmit them, and my notifications keep going off. I don't know why. But here's the summary for the story. What was at first merely friendship has turned into a secret affair between SpongeBob SquarePants and the former U.S. President Bill Clinton. The man is determined to keep his marriage to Hillary a secret in order to avoid hurting the fragile sponge. However, this may not be as easy as Bill thinks, as a simple night of passion may alter their relationship forever. Dun dun dun. All right. I'm going to do my absolute best to read this in Patrick's voice while doing alternate voices for other people. And I don't care about fucking Facebook gaming. Yeah, I had to turn off the notification. I'm going to try my absolute best to do voices for everybody, so just bear with me. I'm going to do my best. I don't know if I'm ready, Bill. SpongeBob looked down at his feet and blushed. Unable to meet his lover's eyes, this would be the sponge's first time engaging in sexual intercourse, and he felt extremely nervous. He had been secretly dating former President Bill Clinton for a while now, but they had never seen one another nude before. What if Bill didn't think he was sexy? He knew he was just a fling. But SpongeBob wanted his first time to be perfect. He wanted it to be a moment he'd treasure forever, with absolutely no regrets. Luckily, Bill seemed to understand. He placed his hand under the sponge's chin and lifted his head. Looking back at him now were two large, innocent blue, unmatched in beauty. Oh, innocent blue eyes unmatched in beauty. They put his wife's Hillary's to shame. A thought which made him feel a bit guilty. Bill had promised his wife he would never cheat with another woman again. He had never said anything about having an affair with a sponge. Still, he knew it was wrong to be seeing SpongeBob like this, especially since the gullible sponge was unaware that he was married. The former president needed to be careful, that was for sure. You're beautiful, SpongeBob. More beautiful than any sponge I've ever met. The pair began to remove one another's clothing, taking it as slowly as SpongeBob needed. He was still nervous, but Bill's words had reassured him that everything would be okay. He was kind and a loving man, as well as experienced sexually, a fact that SpongeBob was both thankful for and disappointed in. On one hand, he was glad Bill would know what to do. I can't do that voice anymore. On one hand, he was glad Bill would know what to do and would be able to guide him through his first time with ease. On the other hand, he was a bit sad that he wasn't his lover's first, as he had wanted to be his fully. Regardless, he would try his best to relax and enjoy what was to come. Having removed the final piece of clothing, both man and sponge studied each other's bodies closely. Amazed at the differences between them, SpongeBob had seen humans in bathing suits at the beach before, but he had never seen one completely nude. Bill was absolutely flawless, save for a bit of flab and several liver spots, courtesy of his old age. It was no surprise when SpongeBob's sponge dong came to attention almost immediately, surprising the man before him with his sudden erectness. Well, looky here. I didn't know you had such a big willy. Gosh dang, look at that thing. SpongeBob blushed in embarrassment, though he felt pride as well. He was glad Bill was impressed with his size, though the sponge could see why, as the man's winky was tiny in comparison. He didn't mind, though. To SpongeBob, Bill was perfect, regardless of his micro-peener. I'm glad you approve, Bill. I just couldn't help myself. You're so sexy. Bill's tiny doodle was ecstatic to hear this. Damn it, I'm doing this Patrick thing again. Bill's tiny doodle was ecstatic to hear this. It rose aroused after having heard the sponge's praise of him and his undoubtedly flawless physique. I know, SpongeBob, I know. Very carefully, he gripped the sponge's waist and laid him gently on his bed, placing soft kisses all over his pompous body. He could tell by his lover's facial expression that he was enjoying it greatly, and soon enough, quiet moans began to escape his lips. Oh, yeah, Bill. The man began to caress him, taking his massive slong in hand. Ah! A loud gasp was uttered from SpongeBob's lips, but he did had protest further. After making sure he was fine, Bill began to slide his hand up and down in a steady rhythm around the sponge's member, feeling it twitch in pleasure. In a daring move, the former president placed his mouth over the tip, interrupting SpongeBob's moans for a brief second. He licked and licked as though he were devouring an ice cream cone. Gradually moving down towards the shaft, the sponge texture was dry and odd to taste, but he persisted, determined to give SpongeBob the time of his life. I'm gonna... Bill stopped immediately and flipped the sponge onto his stomach. He refused to let SpongeBob finish yet. There was so many holes he needed to fill, and wasn't going to let it in without experiencing the sponge everything the sponge had to offer. What are you? Shh, just trust me, all right? It's time you put these holes to good use. Okay. Very slowly, Bill inserted his pee-pee into... I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to be more serious. But they write shit like this. I have regrets. This is so far better than the Harry Potter one. Still cringy, though. What the fuck? Addressing some comments. I have regrets. That's the problem with fanfiction. It's just so bad. Very slowly, Bill inserted his pee-pee into one of SpongeBob's many holes, feeling his lover clench as he did so. It was a strange sensation for the man, feeling a roughness and dryness tickle his genitalias. Something he was not used to. Are you alright, SpongeBob? Yeah. SpongeBob wasn't used to such a sensation either, but he trusted Bill and knew he wouldn't hurt him. So far, this hadn't been as bad as he thought. He was enjoying what his lover was doing, and he had managed to relax. Whatever Bill did, he knew it would be fine. After a moment, Bill continued to pump away, letting out several loud moans of his own. One after another, he switched holes, wanting to try each one at least once. Some were a tighter fit than others, but all of them were pleasurable to both Sponge and man. Yeah, fuck yeah! Bill began to quicken his pace, pounding harder and deeper. There were no words for him to describe how good he was feeling right now. To put it simply, it was as if he had ascended to heaven and was having sexual intercourse with an angel itself. He knew he would come at any moment. Oh, Bill. Before SpongeBob could utter another word, Bill's cum exploded inside him. Hillary! In his orgasmic daze, the only thing he pictured was his wife, as he had secretly been imagining he was making love to his wife all along. Unfortunately, it was no longer a secret now. He had made a mistake of giving in to it too far to his true desires, and would now have to face the consequences. Who the fuck is Hillary? In a fit of tears and anger, SpongeBob turned himself right side up, confronted his lover head on, all while soaking up Bill's cum as if it was currently coating his insides. What a shame. The sponge hadn't been able to finish. I don't know what you're talking about. The former president desperately tried to fix the situation, but to no avail. SpongeBob knew he wasn't mistaken, as someone by the name Hillary had called Bill's phone before. He had let it slide, wanting to give his lover the benefit of the doubt, but he could now see that he shouldn't have. Liar. This Hillary called your phone before. You said she was just a coworker. SpongeBob wiped away his tears and turned away, not wanting to look Bill in the eyes. His first time was supposed to be special, something he could look back to on fondly for years to come. The man knew this, and yet he went out of his way to betray him. She's my wife. There was no point in lying now. The sponge was smarter than he looked. The man thought he would have remembered such a thing after all this time, seeing as how he couldn't even remember that he ate what he ate this morning the majority of the time. Wife? Yeah, I apologize. My SpongeBob voice is getting shitty. The way SpongeBob said that gave him chills. It sounded so cold and hateful. Completely unlike the cheerful and bubbly sponge he had come to admire. It was understandable given what had just occurred, but something just didn't seem quite right. Yes, SpongeBob, I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you. Bill hoped he could somehow reassure. All right, let me reread that. Bill hoped he could see how remorseful he was and could eventually forgive him. It was true. He never wanted to hurt the sponge. It was a mistake. It never should have gone this far. He had made SpongeBob's first time a disaster, and that he was deeply sorry. He didn't deserve that. I see. Kitchen knife in hand, SpongeBob finally turned to face his ex-lover. His face was expressionless, and his eyes no longer shown in the innocence and cheerfulness he was known for. He was hollow on the inside and out, and for once in his life, the former president felt fear. What are you doing? Don't get all crazy on me now. Bill started to back away, frantically searching for the door. He didn't make it far, however, as the sponge was far too fast for him. Before he had a chance to react, SpongeBob lunged forward, swinging a knife to his neck. You got me. I'm crazy, but only because I ever trusted you. Die! One clean cut and Bill's severed head laid on SpongeBob's bedroom floor. His body quickly followed, leaving nothing but the remains of the man formerly known as the President of the US of A. Time skip. After giving Gary his dinner, SpongeBob climbed into his bed. He watched as the snail climbed into his new bed, courtesy of the dear old Bill Clinton himself. Gary refused to use it at first because of the horrid stench, but he eventually became used to it. Surprisingly, it was quite comfy. Good night, Gary. SpongeBob turned out the light and turned towards the object laying next to him. He gave it a quick kiss and smiled, closing his eyes. Good night, Bill. All right, that is the end of the story. Wow, that was actually not very long. I thought it would be longer than that. Oh, God, no. Let's address some comments, Hayden. Hello? Oh, my God, no. Cat's laughing. I have regrets. Cats so far is better than the Harry Potter one. Still cringy, though. Hayden, what the fuck? Christian, I almost regret this. Keyword almost. What a twist. So, without realizing it, SpongeBob has killed Bill Clinton in the story after they had hooked up. Hillary! Okay, I do have some concerns with the story, though, that I want to address. I like the killing part. How was Bill Clinton underwater? They don't address that. Like, they never address that. How is he underwater hooking up with SpongeBob? And I watch a lot of SpongeBob, and the sponge, like, the characters are so tiny compared to humans. So how is SpongeBob able to hook up with him underwater, and how is he almost the same height? The better question is... Actually, a better question is, why did SpongeBob have a knife next to his bed the whole time? It's a mystery of life. Let's see if we can find another one. Oh my God, a Donald Trump one. Donald Trump fan fiction? Oh my God, Trump loves hate. Okay, we're going to do this Donald Trump one. Oh, boo. Somebody suggest a fan fiction. I'm trying to find something. This man, she used Epstein's lungs. Never know when you need to kill someone. Oh my God. You need to chop off their head. All right, here we go. This one is called A True... Just Call Me Daddy. A Donald Trump Shrek, A True Love Story. Part 1. It's very long. I'm going to read a couple chapters. Because that story was way too short. So, we're not going to add this to the continuity of the videos. We're just going to read a few chapters for today, and then we'll go from there. Part 1. Shrek is so happy because his wife and kids just left him. He hated that twat anyway, and his kids were always so annoying. Shrek was on his way to to his outhouse and he saw a very, very handsome man walking up to him. The man said to Shrek, "Hello. Hello, I'm Donald Trump, and I'm running for president." Nah, I can't do a Donald Trump voice. "Hello, I'm Donald Trump, and I'm running for president to make America great again." Right then, Shrek felt the happiest he had ever been. Shrek was so nervous to respond. "Well then, you got me vote." Oh, god damn it, I can't do voices today. Shrek says, "Well then, you got my vote." The man gave him a paper and left in his truck. Shrek was heartbroken. Then Shrek opened up the paper and it said, "John Cena." And then author note, JK, it actually said, "Meet me down the street in 10 minutes. Shrek felt so happy and forgot that he had to take a shit. When Shrek got there, the man said, "Hi, my name is Donald Trump, and I'm yours." Shrek was so happy. Shrek responded, "How about I take you on a date tomorrow, Shrek?" Shrek was speechless. Yes. Donkey. Yes, I would love that. No, I can't do it. I can't do that fucking voice. Shrek said excitedly, Okay, I'll pick you up at your house, Shrek." Donald said, "Okay, I love you." Oh, Donald said, "Okay, I love you, Donald Trump," Shrek said. But Donald did not hear anything. He was just long gone in his lovely white truck. Ugh. That one's already awful. All right. Well, unfortunately, the SpongeBob one ended a lot faster than I thought. So we're going to go ahead and cut this one short. On Sunday, we'll be back, and I'm going to read Dipper Goes to Taco Bell, starting Sunday. And if you have a suggestion for a terrible fan fiction, go ahead and let us know. Let me know in the comments. Send me a message, and I will read it. Otherwise, I'm going to read the ones that I'm familiar with. Actually, you know what? We'll read an Avatar. Either Avatar or Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. They're both just as bad, so we'll figure out.